It's 6:58 on a Tuesday. You're not even out of bed. Your phone lights up the ceiling, and you do the thing you swore you'd stop doing. You check. $4,260. That's not your paycheck. That's what your account made while you were asleep. More than you take home in 2 weeks. Earned in the 8 hours you were unconscious, doing nothing, dreaming about something else entirely. You're not rich. The account isn't close to $1 million. You're still getting up for work in an hour, but you just saw it. The thing nobody warns you about. Somewhere ahead of you, there's a number, and the morning you cross it, this stops being a strange Tuesday and becomes the rest of your life. Every finance channel on earth wants to sell you that number. $1 million. They put it on a thumbnail next to a car they're renting by the hour. So I went and read the actual research that $1 million number comes from. 3 different teams of experts. And the first strange thing is that they don't agree with each other. Not one of them would tell you $1 million is the answer. For most people, it isn't close. For a few people, it's already more than they'll ever need. By the end of this, you'll run the math on your own life in about 10 seconds. And you'll see the exact spot where the headline has been quietly wrong. Let me say out loud what just happened on that phone, because most people feel it and never get a word for it. When you're starting out, your paycheck is the whole story. A good day in the market on $10,000 is $100. You make that before your first coffee break. The account is basically furniture. But money doesn't grow in a straight line. It grows like interest stacked on interest. Slow, 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 and then frighteningly not slow. At around $500,000 invested, an ordinary, boring, nothing special market day moves your account by more than most people take home in a week. Not the exciting days you remember. The average one. That Tuesday morning at the start of this video, that was the preview. The account auditioning for the role it's going to play for the rest of your life. The whole question, the only question, is what number sits at the line where the money starts out earning you for good. It has a famous answer. And the famous answer is wrong in a way that can cost you a decade. You've heard of the 4% rule, even if nobody ever told you the name attached to it. In 1994, a financial planner named William Bengen ran one experiment. He asked, "What's the most you could pull out of a retirement portfolio in year 1, bumping it up for inflation every year after, and still not run out over 30 years, even with the worst luck imaginable, even if you retired the day before a crash?" His answer, rounded off so people could remember it, became the 4% rule. 4% of $1 million is $40,000 a year. That's the number on the thumbnails. That's where every video stops. In the actual research, that's where it starts, because in 2025, Bengen published an update. More data, 30 more years of market history, and his own number went up. He now puts the safe rate closer to 4.7%. Same man, same question. The answer moved because the world got longer. 4.7% of $1 million is $47,000. $7,000 more a year, same portfolio, just for reading the new edition. Now, the other direction. Morningstar, a research firm with no rule of its own to protect, runs the same study a different way. They don't look backward at history. They look forward, at today's bond yields and today's stock prices. So their number moves with the market. In 2021, it was 3.3. In 2024, 3.7. This year, just under 4. Put it together. The 4% rule isn't a rule. It's a band, from about 3 1/3 on the careful end to 4.7 on the generous end. The same $1 million throws off $33,000 a year, or $47,000 a year, depending on which expert you believe and which decade you happen to be standing in. That spread is the part the thumbnail erases. The rule was never a number, it's a range, and you're about to see why that matters more than it sounds. Here's where the math everyone repeats quietly falls apart. The government tracks what Americans actually spend. In 2024, the average household spent about $78,500. Look at the two numbers next to each other. $1 million invested safely produces somewhere between $37,000 and $47,000 a year. The average household spends $78,000. $1 million does not fund the average American life. It funds about half of it. To cover average spending at a safe rate, you don't need $1 million. You need somewhere between 1.67 and 2.1 million. Roughly double the number on the thumbnail. That's the catch nobody puts in the title. Become a millionaire sounds like a finish line. For the average spender, it's the halfway mark. And if I stopped there, this would just be bad news. But the band cuts both ways. And the next part is the part I actually want you to hear. The 4% rule is universal. Your spending is not. That same survey, the lowest spending third of households runs on about $35,000 a year. Not deprived, deliberate. A smaller place, a paid-off car, dinner at home on a Friday. For that life, the threshold, the point where the portfolio could carry you, lands around $876,000, under $1 million. The millionaire finish line, and you're already past it before you arrive. There's the whole equation, the only equation. What you actually spend, not what you wish you spent, not what your neighbor spends, divided by whichever band of the research you believe. That's why the magic number videos can never hand you the number. There is no the number. There's a brochure number, and there's your number, and the gap between them is the exact size of your own life. Most people are far closer than the internet told them. If they know what they actually spend, and if they stop confusing what they spend with what they make. And here's the part nobody believes the first time they see it. Picture someone putting away $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year, into a plain, boring, whole market index. Assume the long-run average return after inflation, about 7%. Not a guarantee. Bad decades happen, and we'll get to them. Getting from zero to the first million takes about 28 years. 28 years, most of them looking like nothing is happening. Years where you genuinely wonder if the math is broken, then from 1 million to 2 million. Same person, same $1,000 a month, same market, about 9. A third of the time for the same effort, not because you suddenly saved more, but because the million already sitting there now grows more in a year than you add. The account stopped needing you to push it. Even in a bad weather decade, lower returns, taxes, ugly timing, the asymmetry holds. The second million almost always arrives faster than the first, because that part of the math doesn't run on luck. It runs on something already being there. That's why the early years feel thankless, and why the later years feel like the account has its own gravity. So, back to that Tuesday morning. The $4,000 while you slept wasn't a fluke. It was a preview. The threshold, visiting for one morning before it moves in for good. And the reason most people miss it is that they're staring at the wrong thing. They're hunting for a single magic number, a million, a finish line, a thumbnail, when the real number was never on a brochure. It's your spending divided by a withdrawal rate. That's it. Your number, built out of your life, sitting inside a band because the people who invented this can't agree with each other within a full percentage point. The threshold isn't the moment your money lets you stop working. It's the moment your money quietly stops needing you to push it. So that's the number. Which leaves the one thing the number can't tell you. Two people can hit this exact threshold in the same year, with nearly identical accounts. And a decade later, one of them is fine, and one of them is starting over. Same market, same math. The difference is a single habit the market quietly forces on everyone. And Morningstar can measure what it costs in percentage points every single year. That's where this goes next. Meanwhile, I'll keep reading the fine print.